residential purchase agreement has some revisions to the way we deal with escrow documents, general provisions, and title insurance requirements. Here are a few things you'll want to note. Paragraph 7C now states that the escrow holder's general provisions must be deposited to escrow signed within the specified number of days. Escrow holder is now required to notify all parties if our general provisions and additional instructions have not been deposited by the buyer or the seller within the specified time frame. Paragraph 8 adds a new provision for the seller to disclose leased or liened items that affect the property. This is especially important when we are dealing with a solar lease or a solar lien for solar panels that the seller has purchased or leased for the property. Paragraph 13A requires that the title insurance company now run the general index on all sellers that are not a corporation or other entity prior to issuing their preliminary title report. This is especially problematic in that title insurance companies routinely check the general index prior to issuing a preliminary title report. But when you have a seller with a very common name, John Smith for instance, there might be thousands of items that come upon in the general index that they can't note in the preliminary title report. This makes it especially important to receive a statement of information, if possible, with your signed purchase agreement when you open escrow. Then the title insurance company will be more than able to run the general index on your seller and be sure that they're complying with the provision of the contract. If you need a statement of information, a blank form to put in with your listing agreement, we'd be happy to provide those either with a writable PDF or a hard copy for you to provide for your sellers. Additionally, paragraph 13E deals with the type of policy that the buyer will receive through escrow. The CLTA or ALTA Homeowners Protection Policy, or ALTA-HOP, is traditionally provided to buyers with residential purchases. However, there are some properties that will not qualify for the CLTA or ALTA Homeowners Policy or HOP policy. In that case, the buyer must be notified in writing that the policy is not available, and then the buyer must notify the escrow holder in writing as to which policy the buyer would like to obtain. If the buyer chooses a different policy and there is an increased cost, the buyer must bear the expense for the increased cost for the policy. We will always direct you to your title representative in order to decide which policy is best for your buyer in that case. Paragraph 20 now contains the joint instructions to the escrow holder. In the former contract, this was paragraph 24. There are some issues with the purchase agreement having incorrect paragraph numbers in the escrow holder acknowledgement. That paragraph number should be crossed out and the appropriate paragraph number 20 should be listed. Also, the escrow holder acknowledgement is no longer on page 8 as it was in the former contract. It's now on page 10. So we'll all just have to get used to a little different lingo when we say we need page 10. For more information on this topic, please visit our website by clicking on the link below.